This is Terry with Nations Travels. We are still here in Pigeon Forge today. This is September the 12th, and week working up to the run. We didn't get around to all the cars yesterday, so we thought we would pick up today and take a look at a few more of the vehicles that are up here, and we'd like for you to join us today. Somebody's taking care of a Monte Carlo here. It's quickly becoming a classic for sure. Here's a CP2 Buick Grand Sport. This one needs quite a bit of attention, but the Grand Sports are, I guess, Buick's car that they had in the muscle car wars, but you don't see very many of these. But they were good, fast cars. Here's a really clean long bed Chevrolet pickup from the early 70s. The long beds didn't survive as well as the short beds did. I would guess that's probably because so many of them were used in work and everything. But this is a really nice long bed. 79 Volkswagen convertible. Looks like it's in good condition. This 67 Camaro has 427 badging on the fenders there. And this is an older Cadillac. This is a really big car. Really big fins back there. This is a 1960. Pickup, and it has a Chevrolet 454 engine in there. You don't see very many of these Studebaker engines like this one. Here's a Pontiac. Here's a Pontiac GTO Judge. I think this is the first car when I was a teenager that I saw a wing spoiler on, and I really liked the looks of the spoilers back then, and I still like them today. And here's a 69 Camaro that looks really good. I think that color is called Hugger Orange, but I'm not sure that's the name of it, but it is definitely orange. But it looks really good, and it's got the house tooth interior in it, and it is a 4-speed car. It wants 65,000. There's another old Studebaker pickup truck sitting beside this Chevrolet. We go around the front. Here's a 69 Camaro. I can see they've done a LS swap in it. 68 Roadrunner. The badging on the side of the hood says Hemi, and if that's correct, then it will have the 426 Hemi in it, and that was a huge engine that produced a lot of power. So this would be a very valuable car if it does have the Hemi in it. I wish the hood was up so I could see. Super B package on it, and I really like that shade of green that is there. This is a 55 Pontiac. I really like the way this car looks. I can see some similarities between this and the 55 Chevrolet, especially when you look at like this indentation here at the back glass where it goes down and up. This 66 right here says that it has a LS engine in it. He's asking $44,500 for it. been stopped before because he went ahead and put a note here for the police that says, I know, license and registration. So he knows the process for when you get pulled over, I guess. And I see he has a flying eyeball on the back. I think that was made famous by a guy named Dutch years ago. There's an early 50s Chevrolet pickup truck sitting outside of it. This shop truck has seen better days, it looks like, but at least they did put a band-aid on this dent here. I love the color of this 36 Ford Coupe. It's a really good paint job, looks really nice, and they want $47,500 for this. Here's an old Jeep Willis wagon, and looks like they sprayed clear over a lot of it and left it alone. On the signs, they painted it to look like wood, and I've seen this done before, but this is actually one of the better jobs I've seen. It looks really good. Here's our Dodge Corvette, and it appears to be mostly stock, just looking at the body. It does have old style American mags on it, but it's just a clean looking car. This is a cute little panel truck. Sitting here. One of these little stubby car haulers from back in the day, and got an old car sitting here on the back. It's really good to see one of these old service trucks restored. A really clean 4-door 55 Chevrolet. Now this 66 Chevrolet Impala convertible here, I actually owned one of these. Mine was light blue with a white top. And when I had mine, it was just a used car. But mine did have bucket seats and a console in it, and a gauge package, which I really liked the way it looked in the car. Can't get my phone to cooperate. There you go. Here's a really clean little car. They've kind of cleaned everything up in the engine compartment, and really good paint, really good interior. Somebody's put a lot of love in this car. It's even got cup holders in the back here. And it's got all this cleaning supplies in the back here, I see. And this is a 1940 Chevy. You don't see as many of them as you do the 40 Fords. This one I like. Here's a 66 Mustang, and this blue and the silver really go good together. One of the things I like about coming to these car shows is you'll see cars and it'll bring back memories. A friend of mine used to have one of these years ago. It says this is an Austin. I don't remember seeing one of these before. It's a right-hand drive, and it has a for hire meter right here, so I'm thinking it could have been a taxi cab. And this is London Central or General Central, I think. But anyway, as you can see, it's got fold down seats in here, And if my camera's picking it up without not too much reflection, you can see the back seat, pretty good size, a lot of room in there. But yeah, somebody brought this over. You can even tell by the license plate on the back here. So this is really an unusual car. I don't know if these lights on the top, if that was standard over there, or just maybe for this model since it was a taxi. But this is really neat. Like I say, you never know what you're going to see up here at the Rod Run. This is an '87 Monte Carlo Super Sport, and it had the aero package here in the back where the back glass slopes down instead of just ending abruptly right there. I think they did this for NASCAR. This is a really clean '67 Chevy Super Sport, and it looks like it has been painted recently or in the past few years, because the paint really looks good on this car. A lot of shine to it. Station wagons were kind of frowned on by the hot rodding community for a long time, but now they've kind of come into their own. And this '69 model Chevrolet here, they want 19.5 for, and it's a good piece of our car history here. So I'm glad they're being preserved. And here's a nice early '50s Chevrolet parked over here beside of it. See that many '60 Chevys around anymore, but here are two parked. A couple of nice Camaros sitting here. And I think this is a Plymouth Prowler. Yeah, '99. It don't seem like it was that long ago they built these, but I think this is the first one I saw up here. There's a really nice 55 convertible going there. The '30s model Chevrolet looks pretty good. 1957 two-door post. And here's a Roush Mustang, fairly late model. That says it's 2015. Here's a yellow GMC pickup truck. It's a 2002 model. You don't see very many yellow ones like this, and he's got some pinstriping on the side here that has little flames coming off of it. It's a pretty nice looking little pickup truck. Here's an old 442, and I think this is the first one of these I've seen up here too. It's got the wing on the back. Here's a really nice Chevrolet truck. I don't know what year model it is. Had no idea what year model it is. Probably the '40s. Yes, but really good looking truck, really in good condition. It's nice. And beside it is a little bit newer four-wheel drive truck for sale. Got a Nova and a couple of Chevelles here. A '66 or '67 Chevelle, and I think this one besides it's '69, which that's how much they changed in one model year right there. Okay, here's one. I think it said it was a '51 model Chevrolet wagon for sale, and it comes with a surfboard on top. This would make a good project. This would look good all finished out. Body's a little rough, but I don't think it's beyond repair. This is an old Ford stake bed farm truck. Yes, somebody's put a paint job on it and fixed it up a little bit. And here's a Chevrolet on this trailer. Have no idea what year it would be, but I see it has a lot of wood framework up on top. This will be a project that would take a little while. But it is for sale. This is the first dune buggy that I've seen up here. And over here is I think this is an International Harvester truck. And that's something you don't see every day. But that Hugger orange Camaro over here has caught my eye. It's a 69 model. Got the hideaway headlights. It really is a pretty car. It's good. And this orange Jeep it's not the same color shade of orange. It's a little bit darker, it looks like, but it's a nice Jeep if you like Jeeps. Here's a Pontiac parked beside of another Camaro. This Firehawk looks pretty good. Body seems to be good and straight. It's 19.9. These are slowly disappearing, and I don't think there were that many sold to begin with, but I've always liked these cars. We've got an old camper up here for sale, and I'm going to take a look inside here. Actually, it looks pretty good, and it is for sale. But if you're looking for a old retro style camper, I think this would fit the bill right here. It's really pretty neat looking. Here's a really pretty 70 Mustang Mach 1. It's getting windy out here now. You can see the hood bouncing up and down. Here's a 2005 Chevy GT500 convertible for sale. They want $31,000, it says. Here's a 70 Chevelle Super Sport, and right beside of it is a 69 Camaro pace car edition from the Indy 500 that year. I've always liked these cars. They look really good. And there's a 68 Camaro right here beside the 69, and the orange of that Camaro is about the same orange as the stripes on the 69. And if you look on up in the parking lot, there's a blue and white 55 up there. I like the stance on this. I think it's a Mercury Comet, but the way it sits up and looks, I think it looks really nice this way. And here's an old Plymouth, and the reason I stopped and looked at this is when I was 16, I worked as a bag boy at a local grocery store. And there was an older couple who would come in and buy groceries, and they had one of these that was a light blue. They had changed the color on it, but they had painted it with a paintbrush, and it looked really rough. Had paint stroke marks all over it, but it was the color they wanted it to be, I'm sure.
Met a fellow YouTuber. What is your name?
Lee Buchanan.
And your channel?
Lee Car Custom Cars.
Yeah, he's got
Leecar.
All right, he's got some nice stuff. He's got nice videos out here.
I do a lot.
Let's check him out.
A lot of cars. I've been building them since when did I start? Probably the late 70s, early 80s when I first started building cars.
Okay.
So that makes me really old.
Oh, no. But that's good that you do that. I'm glad we run into you.
Thank you so much.
Subscribe to this channel.
Yeah, subscribe to him. I'll put where I took that picture too. I'll get the QR code. That way they take it right off
Oh my goodness, there you go. Thank
there you go. Well, you have a good day.
Okay, sweetie. Y'all too.
Like this old Oldsmobile, I think it'd be a early 50s or late 40s, what I'm guessing. And I'm not familiar with the car, but I see it has the name Futurematic here on the side. And back then, everybody was talking about the future, and jets were around then, just came out. And a lot of the cars, like the 55s, Chevrolets and stuff, they have these hood birds and everything that give it like a, I guess, a flight or space type look. But this was, this was an 88. I didn't know they had the model 88 that long ago, but obviously they do. But this is a really, really nice piece of history somebody's taking care of right here. Yeah. Somebody made some key holders here, or maybe jackets too. Doesn't have to be keys, I don't guess. I actually like these little Toyotas. I think they might be called Land Cruisers. They're not collectible yet, I don't think, but I think this will be one of the next vehicles that become very collectible. There's a lot of cars up here now in Pigeon Forge, and the rod run will be this coming weekend. But by the time this weekend gets here, there will be twice, I would say, the number of cars here, maybe even more than that, because it will really get covered up, especially on Saturday. And it's probably about 2 o'clock now, and the Parkway is not that bad. But again, on Saturday, the Parkway will just become bumper to bumper down through here. People out driving classic cars and people out looking at them. There's a newer model Chevrolet Camaro, yellow convertible. And my wife wants in it, so I guess this is mine.